Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Hero and Flash here on Fighting Spirit. Bottom left-hand corner, the white Terran player, it is Flash. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is the yellow Zerg player, Hero. Now, haven't casted a game between these two players. I have a lot of games for Hero here, but not very many games for Flash, and I figured I'd cast this because I like TVZ, haven't cast one in a while, and if you like this matchup, then you are welcome. Overlord scouting here. I call these guys Soul Overlords until they get speed. And, you know, nothing much going on here on Fighting Spirit. Nobody worker scouting. Maybe they know each other well enough that, they don't need to. Alright, so Flash goes by many names, you guys. Many names. Basically, Smurf lists. Well, Smurf names are just to make sure that they don't know you when you show up on a ladder. And yeah, so basically once one Smurf is known, then you just choose another one. And then another one, and another one, and another one. And Flash has been playing for a very long time, so he has a lot of these. Alright, so let's take a look here. Let's see if I can find this list. It's a really big list of players here that have Smurf names, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find on this page. Oh, sorry guys, I know this is like the best part of every cast for y'all, is to be like, hey, Falcon's gonna Google some stuff, but anyway, regardless, here it is. We do have an SCV coming into Scout. He sees the timing on the hatchery. He recognizes it as a hatch first play, as the spawning pool is not even 30% complete yet. Soul Overlord does see the lack of an expansion here. It's not a command center first play from the Terran player. Just a very safe barracks first into an expansion. SCV is waiting for the requisite 400 minerals to get that thing started, and there it goes. And yeah, drone scouting around to see what's going on. Unfortunately, it went the wrong direction. Might go for a quick third base, though, in that top right-hand corner. That is something we see quite a bit. And against Terrans, you want to take this very top right-hand corner so you can throw some lurkers on this ramp to protect it from bio play. Hatchery coming up for Hero out just by his ramp. I do like the location of that macro hatch. Those of you who are confused by that, it's just a hatchery you use to gain additional larvae. It helps with your macro. I didn't realize the phrase wasn't popular in Brood War. It's more of a StarCraft 2 term, but I think it definitely applies. It's just you need additional larva production, especially in the current patch of StarCraft 2. That is the case. They have nerfed the amount of larvae produced off of one hatchery, and this is where we end up. So Overlord scouting into the middle here, this little middle area, which is real nice to hold if you can hold it, but nobody can for long. Flash I've seen hold a couple times. Nobody else has really been able to keep grips on it for any length of time, but that just goes to show how good Flash is at this game. Alright, well, where are we? Where are we today? Is anybody teching? Is anybody? No, not really. Nobody teching at this point, just droning up pretty hard is Hero, and Zergling chasing up this direction. Man, where's your third base going to be? You could take a third here if you wanted on Fighting Spirit. It's a good place to take a third. Really nothing to worry about there, but as is tradition, what you're going to see here from Flash in his TVZ stuff is go for the bio, go for Marines, go for Stim, going for tanks. That's a pretty quick lair off of 2 base here. And your second gas. This smells immensely like 2 base muta by Hero in this opening. So if that's what it is, then again, I feel like Flash will be prepared for it. You need mineral line turrets. You need Marines. Having Stim is pretty useful in that situation too, and I'm not sure we have time to get to that before the mutas will arrive. That said, the lair is not even done yet. The Spire hasn't started. This SCV has just been so efficient in scouting. He knows there's not a third base because he's checked all the third base locations a couple times now. We're almost 5 minutes in, and there's not a third. So definitely going to be some kind of a 2-base play. What is exactly? There's a small list of options here for a ZVT situation, and I'm just smelling Spire. Smelling Spire all the way here. Smelling Smire? I don't think Smire is actually a word, as it turns out. So Marine's going to hold the front, but no Ling pressure is coming your way, my friend. There are some Lings on the map, but not really enough to get through, especially a bunker. That said, they really want to kill this SCV first. Metabolic boost is almost on the way. There is your Spire. for the Zerg player. It's up in this top right, which means if you scan here, you miss it. And if you scan here, you miss it. So I kind of like that location. At forward here, a creep colony, just in case there is a push by flash before the mutas show up. Again, traditionally, that is annoying. Actually does manage to kill the SCV, building that starport and pausing construction on it for, what are we at? A good 5 seconds there. And then it finishes. So, I mean, anything you can do to delay flash is going to be a good thing. Sacrificing one Zergling was definitely a fair trade in that situation. So, Spire doesn't take that long to build here compared to some other tech structures. It is one of the longer ones, but it's a nice little wall here. It's not a full wall, as you can see, a gap, but Lings hate filing single file into places, and they will get massacred if they try to do so. So even without a total wall here, Flash is well defended against the number of Zerglings that are out on the map. There really aren't even that many, as a lot of this is going into tech, a lot of this is going into drones. Evolution Chamber working on, is that +1 ground carapace? It is +1 ground carapace, and getting lurker aspect. What? Is this a fake out? Is Hero trying to fake out Flash by going for the Spire and then immediately teching directly to lurker? No, he's getting some Scourge. Okay, and there's your third base in the top right. So he's definitely getting the lurkers to defend this against bio pushes up the ramp here. But I just figured that really quick Spire indicated some Mutalisks of some kind, but definitely 100% not. And a very, very fast Queen's Nest. Hero is trying to tech up to his late game tech very, very fast, which is going to be, again, if you're Jaedong, which not everybody is, but if you're Jaedong, it's going to be Dark Swarm. It's going to be Defilers, it's going to be Plague, it's going to be Ultralisks and Zerglings and Lurkers and stuff. Yeah, Scourge here just preparing to intercept drops, if there are any on the way. Holy smokes, he forced a Valkyrie out. He forced a Valkyrie out from Flash, which is going to be effectively useless now. That was very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Alright, so it's traditional time to push up and try to whack this third base by the Zerg, but like I said, we've got some Hydras here. They are turning into Lurkers, and that effectively shuts it down. Like, completely and utterly shuts down any Zerg aggression trying to get up that ramp there. Drones managed to transfer in there before Flash can get in too. But there's also your endgame strategy if you're somebody like, I don't know, Larva, is just throw a million Ultralisks and Lings at your enemy and just go. Who needs Dark Swarm? Who needs Plague? Who needs tech at all? He asks. And the answer is, I don't know, but look at the timing on these Lurkers. They get in here just like 2 seconds before the Marines show up. 2 Marines die to test the hypothesis that are there Lurkers at the top of that ramp? Yes, there are. You are not getting up that ramp. Absolutely no. Not with Stim, not with Perfect Micro. It is never, ever happening. So third base happily secured here by Hero. The Scourge kind of dancing around trying to see if there's any drops on the way, but no. Man, double Valkyrie? Really? I've never seen Flash make Valkyrie. This is the weirdest thing. I have to imagine he made them in response to the threat of Mutalisk, but there are no mutas, that's for sure. This game is from 2016. Specifically, the date on it is February 20th. I'm not sure if that's super accurate or not. Oh, Discord, why are you not? Discord, why are you not in streamer mode? Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry about that. It's done this thing recently where it takes itself out of streamer mode for no reason. I don't understand. Oh, the dropship, though. Hey, your Lurkers. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, both of them get killed by the Marines on the ground. But then 2 more come in. Oh, that was a full dropship of Marines. Oh, my gosh. A full dropship of Marines just got massacred by those Scourge. Hero, you boss. You absolute boss. That was amazing, amazing stuff. All right, Vulture's out now. Vultures are fantastic against Zerglings. Just beautiful against Zerglings, which the Zerglings do run back and hide. Got full 3 Sunkens at the front. A Nidus Canal coming in to send reinforcements to this base as necessary. Oh, snap. The Vultures are fast enough. The Vultures with speed are definitely fast enough to get back here and kill some stuff. Yeah, look at this. Micro is disgusting out of Flash right now. Lurker going to burrow in the mineral line and try to save these dudes. But yeah, another dropship shows up. Overlord is going to see this. You got to be so careful with this guy. Can you unload maybe on this edge? The Overlord spotting is too good. I think the dropship's actually going to head down here and try to kill some stuff at the natural base, but there are 3 Sunkens and a couple drones not doing anything for Hero right now, which I'm very concerned about. But here comes the drop, and yes, dropship's going to have a nice angle at which to unload here, and however, he seems distracted. There we go. Now he's unloading. Zergling's trying to get in, but they're just too slow. Just way, way too slow there. Fantastic job. Gonna try to focus down the Nidus Canal. And they do take it down very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, spider mines are here. Are the vultures picked off? I think they got picked off. And Scourge take down the dropship, and now nobody's going home and everybody's dead. All right, that was pretty well held by Hero. I'm not going to argue with that at all. We have additional spider mines being laid at the front here by the vultures. The third base being lifted off and landed up the left side. Oh, Spider-Mine does get a bunch of Zerglings there. And is that another? That's another Nidus Canal. So Nidus Canal going to connect from the third base to the natural base instead of the other way around, which there really isn't another way around here. I mean, they're a two-way street is what they are. Where's your detection on that? Did he throw out a comsat? He must have. I just didn't see it or hear it, though. Alright, so third base landing on this left side. Very nicely done by Flash. Spider Mines hanging out. Not really doing a whole lot. That looks like a canceled building if I ever saw one. And yeah, so far Flash is just playing Containment on the Zerg. The Zerg's on 3 bases. The Zerg is pretty scary. Nidus Canal there at the front. Wing's going to hop up and be here to defend if more vultures try to get in here. Oh, they immediately get wrecked by Spider Mines, though. Did he not know they were there? I'm not convinced he knew they were there. What a weird game this is. All right, vultures again going to try to get on up. And, yep, no problem. Oh, just kidding. He's dead. He stopped is the problem. I think if he kept going, he was going to be okay. This is a lot of spider mines getting laid right now, you guys. This is very hard to break out of. Unless you have a lot of Hydra. Nope, it's going to be Defiler. It's going to be Consume. It's going to be more drones here. 122 to 79 supply. Flash is just on fire. Right here, just absolutely on fire. Defiler here, consuming very, very nicely. All of these Zerglings get up to 100%. And there's your Dark Swarm, and now the Zergling comes down to fight and takes a Spider Mine to the face. So now the Lurkers can come down to the bottom of the ramp and be protected from attacks from Vultures, as range attacks are completely negated here. Clearing out Spider Mines using Lurkers, not something I've seen every day. Not at all. Vulture count pretty high, moving on tanks as well, and getting Charon booster. We are switching into mech here. This is a transition for Flash into mech. The factory count definitely telling the story. We have seen this. We have seen this from Flash from time to time. Sometimes he likes just like going bio with his science vessels, and sometimes he likes going mech against Zerg. Just depends on, I don't know, certain game states that I am not privy to, as it turns out. So fourth base coming up at the top left, fourth base coming in for Hero 2. In the top right-hand corner, so we've effectively split the map in half right now. This base is still available, and this base is not available. Well, it is for Hero, but it'd be interesting. Be interesting to try to take it with that barracks floating over it and scouting the whole thing. Spider Mines are absolutely exploding on Lurkers, not something you see every day at all. There's your Dark Swarm. Hero knows how to use the Dark Swarm. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a really good Dark Swarm usage in a TVZ. Again, Larva just doesn't care. Larva is very good at StarCraft. He does not care about Dark Swarm at all, and it definitely shows. He's just macroing his face off back home every second of the day and just A-moving his stuff, and it works, man. It really does. But to be this effective at the game, to be as effective as Hero is and Jaedong is and win massive trophies, it's really it's the Spellcaster usage. Spellcaster usage really sets you apart from being good to being incredibly, incredibly good. 154 to 117 supply. Flash is just screaming ahead in supply right now. I just don't feel like the army size. Oh, there's a Mutaflog. Well, Hero did end up using the Spire after all. And you know what? This tech switch is kind of awesome for him. The Goliaths are fleeing for their lives. They're not that good against this many Mutalisks. What you need against this many Mutalisks is Marines. And here we go. Here are the Marines. And yeah, that was not a good place to fly, guys. I mean, the Marines were all hanging out up here. So these Marines are dead. These Marines might be dead, but the Mutas are bypassing them to the south just a little bit. Can clear out all of these spider mines if and you want. Take down this scouting barracks, another scouting barracks there too. In production, additional Goliaths to deal with this. All right, and there are the Valkyries. We do have the couple Valkyries present. And here we go. Valkyrie versus Mutalisk. Too many? I want to say probably too many Mutalisk. This is the most Mutas I've seen in a TVZ in a long time. Goliath down. Vulture's useless. There are the Scourge getting a decent hit off on one of these dudes, but a lot of blue smoke happening right now, and that is not good at all for your friends. There we go. Burrowing with the Lurkers and the Dark Swarm. The Valkyrie trying to take down an Overlord. You'll get there eventually. It's just, you're kind of like Corsair. If you do splash damage, your single target damage is not that good. Actually, did he pull back? Yeah, because there were Scourge in that general neighborhood. The Muta's just kind of owning map control right now, zooming around, trying to kill stuff. Is there anything defending this third base at all? No. Look at all the white rushing home to try and save this. This is a lot of dead stuff. Vulture's actually laying here to absorb shots from the Mutas so that the SCVs don't die. That is some good friendship right there. It really is. Muta's flying away. This base is in trouble now too. The mobility is absolutely wrecking Flash right now. What you also need are science vessels and a radiate. Command center gonna die. The Mutas are for sure trying to kill it. The Goliaths are wiping them out, but they get the base. Sacrificing themselves to make sure that command center goes down so that Flash is not as economically ahead as he previously was. So now it is effectively 4 base to 4 base. Economy-wise, it is looking pretty darn even on that board. Oh my gosh, he's going Guardians. What in the name is this game? These tanks are trying to do stuff, and splash damage will make it happen against Lurkers eventually. But Guardians, who saw Guardians coming? Not me. Not me at all. Where did he upgrade that sucker? There's your Greater Spire. Ultralisk Cavern 2. Alright, man. Hero, you are serious business right now. Guardians show up. Production tab for Flash becomes, wait, what? He's not making any attacking units at all. He's effectively mined out, but he is trying to bring back his Goliaths, but they're so derpy. Oh, the missile turrets are so effectively useless in this situation. A lot of SCVs dying. This third base is in a heck of a lot of trouble right now for Flash. That said, the Goliaths will come in. You got to focus them down. You got to focus oh, they're trying to come up this ramp? Oh boy, I don't know about this if you're Goliaths. All right, one Goliath does manage to take out... Okay, so Broodlord. We also have some Goliaths coming down here too. So it looks like, yeah, this is enough to actually force the Guardians to retreat from this location. Zerglings are trying to deal with the Goliaths themselves, but no, are there really this few remaining? Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, Goliaths with Charon Booster have the same range as you guys, so be careful with that. At the very least, you'll keep some Goliaths in here to defend against the Guardians that are bouncing back and forth and being incredibly annoying right now. But it's giving Hero the time to get up chitinous plating to make his Ultras better and catch up in supply. I mean, it's 172 to 151 supply. These Guardians, though. Wow. All right. Well, that was fun. That's why we don't see Guardians very much, it turns out. Coming on in. Where's the Dark Swarm? He needs the Dark Swarm. Where's the guy? There's the Dark Swarm. Ooh, 3 specific Dark Swarms. Gonna get in here. Zerglings are gonna be allowed the time to get on top of these tanks. What an absolutely disgustingly effective attack there from Hero. Fantastic job. Tanks are getting rocked. Still several tanks remaining though. Goliath's wandering in here for some reason. Don't know what that's all about exactly, but Defiler's trying to sneak up along this left side here too. He's got full energy because of Consume. Ugh, there's the Dark Swarm, but it's too late. He gets inside. He gets inside, but he ends up getting killed by splash damage anyway there, and the tanks. Man, Flash is just everywhere right now, you guys. He's hanging out in the middle. He's hanging out in the southern section. He's got spider mines. He's trying to expand to all sorts of different places here. This base has been taken. Again, we're still 4-basing it for Hero. I just don't see how he's going to be able to do this. He is making 12 Ultras at a time, mind you. 12 Ultras at a time. Pretty good, but these tanks, man, they've got +2 attack and +1 armor. There's your Dark Swarm. These tanks are going to die. How many more is the question of the day? And the answer is 0 because no more Dark Swarm is available at this location. The Defiler got picked off, man. That was some good target firing. So that hatchery is gone. Hero's still stuck on 4 bases. He's getting a 5th at the 3 o'clock position. Tank count is insane. It's way too insane to go Ultras. Are you crazy? Anabolic Synthesis on the way. Ultralisk speed is really, really good. But boy, howdy. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Not going to go well for Hero at all. Sure, a lot of this is Goliath. The Goliath are pretty butt against Ultralisks. But man, I mean, maybe some Dark Swarm play, but... And here are the Ultras, and they are upset. And is there any more Defiler for Dark Swarm? There's one. So we're getting on in. These entrenched tanks are in trouble. Yeah, they're definitely cracklings. They have the Adrenal Glands upgrade. They hit real hard. Yeah, we're just hanging out, guys. Looks like we've taken our positions as a Flash in the middle. He's got tank groups with Goliath support. He's taking out lurkers from distance with tanks. The Ultras just can't... Man, these Lings... Yeah, that's not a good place to be if you're Zergling. Not a good place to be at all. A serious push here. Maybe a serious push. Dark Swarm. Catching some of these dudes. Another Dark Swarm would be nice. There's actually even a Wraith out right now. I mean, I guess maybe in response to the Guardians, but they're all dead, so might as well get some use out of it. So Goliath's dying, but that just leaves room for more tank production. Is my personal opinion on that. Coming in with the Ultras, taking that tank splash a little bit. Another Dark Swarm right there would be amazing. There are just too many tanks, and the Ultras are just exploding. Exploding. However, coming from the south side, Hero's got some dudes. On top of these tanks, making stuff happen. There's more Dark Swarm coming in. The south side attack. Who saw that coming? People who are watching the minimap, that's for sure. So maybe not me, but once again, as soon as the Dark Swarm is over, it's just, that's too much. It's too much, man. Name that TV show. Lings running on in, catching some tanks unsupported here without any siege tanks nearby to help. A couple of them are going to die. And by that I mean one, exactly. The upgrades on these tanks, you guys, it's serious business. It's +2 armor and +3 attack. I just don't see this being broken. The Dark Swarm is good, but it's not quite good enough. Zerglings are, these are just desperate counterattacks right now from Hero. He's trying to get on up to this third base location. And he's going to get some stuff done, and fair enough, the Lings are going to get in there. And every time Flash tries to come on this ramp, it just gets Dark Swarmed, and then it's a pain in the butt. So Crackling going to take down this command center. Well, there's a liftoff at the very least, and the Vultures are going to die. And the Goliath is going to die, and tanks are coming up to respond to this, but this base is effectively shut down. It is out of order, I believe, is the effective term for that. Nidus Network play here. Nidus Canal, rather. Brr. Calm before the storm. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Ultras, Lings rolling in, taking shots directly to the face. More Dark Swarm would be so very useful, but it's just not happening. Trying to stab through. The upgrades on the Lurkers, they don't have any attack upgrades at all, which is kind of weird. They don't even care about this guy. They're like, you know what? This Lurker can do whatever the heck he wants. He can't kill the whole army, although Dark Swarm is something we're concerned about. This Ultralisk is taking so much splash damage, though. Blah. Defiler target fired down there, too. These guys drop lords? No, they're just regular overlords flying over, getting themselves shot in the face. Alright, man. So Hero does have his 5 bases as Zerg, which is great. The problem is Flash is sitting on, well, also 5 bases. And it's not a place you want to be, especially not against a meching player who is just more cost efficient than you are going to be here. Another Zergling counterattack. Cruising on through, but no, guess who sees it? Oh man, this is such a bad thing for these Cracklings. They'll take a couple, maybe one Vulture with them, but yeah. Not looking good. Not looking good for a Zerg player at all. Hero, he's down about 40 supply. His APM is still around 300. Spider Mines, not that amazing, but can really bruise and weaken Ultralisks pretty well. That one's down to 50 HP. Yeah, tanks showing up here too. The positioning by Flash is just insane right now. He's coming from every which direction. Really making sure that Hero's not able to get off a 6 base. He's not going to allow this, at least not without him knowing it's there. At the very least, but just more and more tank production, more Vulture production. He's not even working, well, he is actually working on +3 vehicle plating. That's just about done here. And actually, is he going to take the ramp? If he takes this ramp, where are the Defilers at? There it is. There's the Dark Swarm, but it's just too many tanks. I have a moment of silence for all of the Zerg blood here. Flash, just methodically crushing through right now. Sure, there's more Lings and more Ultras on production, but there are so many siege tanks. Defiler trying to do stuff. Gets a plague down. Alright, fair enough before he dies. But now it's 182 to 127 supply. Flash isn't in no hurry. He's going to slowly push up here. He's going to slowly threaten this 4th base. If he can kill this, that's pretty much it. More units are pouring out of the Nidus Canal, but It's just not ample. It's just not enough. Here we go. More Zerglings futilely throwing themselves in here. There's some really nice Dark Swarm. I'm not going to lie. That is some really, really nice Dark Swarm, but that's it. That is, in fact, your good game. Hero taps out and Flash is your winner in 25 minutes and 5 seconds. Fantastic, fantastic display there of Terran Power by Flash. He is the guy. I still really question Hero's decision to go for Ling Ultra when there are this many tanks on the ground. Flash has been making tanks since like the 10-minute mark, and no matter how good your Dark Swarm is, there's always going to be more tanks not in the Dark Swarm than there are in the Dark Swarm, and Ultras are just bad. They're just bad in that situation, so rough stuff indeed, but fantastic display by Flash. I really liked seeing the Guardians. I like seeing the muta tech switch. That was nice. The Valkyrie's doing some fun stuff there too. I don't have major complaints, but all in all, good TVZ, and that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.